Thank you so very much for joining me here for your weekly love reading. It's for December 8th through 14th, 2025. My name is Carolyn. These are all messages from the Most High that are supporting your union this week, which is going through a big ascension upgrade. There's a continuation of clarity of the truth being revealed for you. Last week was a lot about the Empress template coming in to support the two of you, especially heal emotionally and get your power and position back as sovereign and align the divine feminine Christ in this union as being put first for this new age of Aquarius family and marriage template. So a big collapsing of feminine suppression basically going on. I'm hearing it for a universal timeline of love, marriage, and unity consciousness and peace and love in the bloodline, in the family home. And I'm hearing you two are products of the Most High coming home together in this original blueprint. And I'm also hearing that the deception template is over with that as well. So let's see where you two are at this week. We have the Queen of Wands coming through. Really good, more feminine energy. This is talking about the feminine life force energy, creation energy as well coming through. And then we have shadow side. You made me realize my flaws. And then the magician here. And I feel like it's partly the feminine, like the more that you can step in your feminine power and sovereignty in your gifts and abilities here as well. It's like something feels like you could have been really put down for these like high priestess type of energies, just your natural abilities here. Your natural Gnostic wisdom, for example, this intuitive connection, this intuitive knowing, and possibly working with the energetic mechanics, like the quantum energies here, alchemical energies, all the things that we are actually have as our natural state of being, as our birthright. So it was really suppressed and siphoned in this Piscean matrix system here. And now it's about recovering all of this back and being seen for it. So not hiding as well or being put down or punished for what God has given you here. So there's some, and I'm seeing ancient Egypt, and some sort of feminine sexualization, sexual oppression here, objectification, these sorts of ideas. So it's like the feminine was treated like an object, right? And rather than as a wise elder soul who has lots of talent, and I think these are some of the ways that we've been repressed to like say no to our own gifts. Like it's something like if you were very psychic as a child, right? And then you shut it down because mom and dad didn't believe what you were seeing or hearing or what was going on with your gifts at that time, right? And it was like being frowned upon, possibly even like from a religious context, possibly it was looked as like witchcraft or something along these types of lines, right? Where in fact it's like our God-given gifts, our natural state of being, of consciousness, of knowing. These are pituitary gland is what I'm hearing, having that wisdom, having God's spirit in us. And I'm hearing Hopi Indian prophecy timeline here as well. So however it got depleted out, it's reversing is what I'm hearing and coming back in, right? And I'm hearing like this is you being in that spiritual war. So that could be connected with the Hopi prophecies, the prophecy of the four directions, and that we are returning here with fully owning and embracing our natural gifts. And I'm seeing like telepathy and like moving objects. I can't remember the word for that right now, but moving objects with the mind and stuff like that. It's like retraining the mind, the nervous system back into these natural abilities, right? So it's all going to be connected from within. And so it's been repressed is what it feels like, and or siphoned, it's like the veil has covered these things. And so I think in this relationship sector here, it's like you being a powerful feminine who, this is where the gaslighting and the love bombing and the brainwashing and all these sorts of things comes in, because it's like looked at as a weakness and something that needs to be hidden, right? And then because maybe the masculine's triggered, you made me like your light, you shining bright triggered the masculine. And this could be another reason why I'm hearing again the Hopi prophecy, why it was suppressed in the feminine. And it almost feels like some sort of punishment, like even as a child again, like you know the truth, right? Maybe you spoke the truth and then there was punishment for those sorts of things, for example, here. And so this could be more of getting that masculine feminine balance from the dominant male, suppressed female systems coming into play. And I feel like this is just generally around relationships and how you've been treated in relationships, how the feminine's been treated and put down, and not because of the Empress energy and what we were bringing through last week is about respecting all of that in the feminine, right? And honoring her and putting her as that Empress, putting that in a position where the masculine will listen to her and take action on the wisdom that she's bringing into the relationship kind of idea here. So for you this week, we have the King of Swords in your thoughts towards the union with the Knight of Swords, and I'm hearing Empress template. I was actually hearing before the reading, God saying the way men look at you is going to be different. And I didn't exactly know what that meant here, but now I'm seeing what this means. It's like a clearing's happening here. So the truth is revealed. And we have gossip. I'm afraid of what other people will think. 100% that is what this is about. And then the Justice card here. And it looks like, it just reminds me of the Magdalene seed, the divine feminine Christ, the Rose family bloodline here, where there's been the suppression of the divine feminine Christ. And like religion putting her down, the system's putting her down. And that's in our genes, that's in our bloodline as well, right? So it's a repressed emotion system here that it's got to come clear on. So it's going to clear up and out, especially how people project with the gossip card onto you here, right? So it could have been from multiple people in relationships. I just feel like it's a continuation of putting you down for your truth, your wisdom coming through, right? Being vulnerable, sharing, communicating, right? And being just pushed into a lack mindset is the way I'm hearing it as. But you're moving on from this is what I'm hearing. We got the Six of Wands with detachment, really good, and the Three of Swords here. So this is about you getting your power back for sure, and like clearing out how other people mirrored onto you here, especially for this is in your emotions, and this is all connected to your emotional body detachment. I had to let this go so I could clear my mind. So this is clearing mentally and emotionally for you so you can fully heal, so you can love yourself for exactly who you are. Like you don't have to change to please anybody or make anybody feel comfortable. And I feel like this is kind of in the relationships and in the marriage, it's like you had to change so that they would stay kind of idea here, right? And maybe they would get triggered, and so you had to like hide this and play games and stuff like that so they wouldn't leave, essentially, right? Or get mad at you or lash out at you or reject you or abandon you whenever you spoke up and shared, right, from your own higher consciousness, from your own connection with the Most High. And we have the Eight of Cups in the blocks with daydreaming, I'm always longing for you, and Five of Wands. And I feel like part of this is all of the times like you're battling against these people, the devil, the systems, these relationships, and how it's just like trying to decipher what your truth is for this. But it is time to walk away from like it's again repressed emotions, like the projections and the trauma that other people did to you. That's detoxing out this week here. And so I'm also hearing, so you can hear the voice of God more clearly. And I'm seeing like the veil is clearing for you here on this level. And also it will help you be more emotionally stable and less emotionally fragmented here. So it's like you're sovereign, you're confident in your wisdom, what God is telling you, and you're not going to waver on that here anymore. And I feel like all of the things that bandages is what I'm hearing, like all of the things that people did to you and projected onto you, and the feminine bloodline here, it's generational as well, all the way down to the Marys, I'm going to say, right? All the way down to the family tree here, that I'm hearing you can come home to God now, represent God without, like, if people try and attack you, envy and greed and jealousy for this here, they're going to miss. They're not going to hit you. There's not, harm will not come to you here. So it's a new day, a new opportunity to embrace exactly who you are and represent God, the Most High, in your sovereign authority here, despite what the world around you is going to project, right? Because of that. Like, you made me, despite the triggers, you made me realize my flaws. And I think, you're just not, it's just a position of authority here. It's not projecting your beliefs onto people. It's standing in your power and your truth that this is coming down to, and your abilities here. And I think it's going to make things more powerful. I think you're a healer is what I'm seeing as well here. You've got Gnostic wisdom in you. You know exactly, like, I feel like you can take care, heal yourself, heal your children, heal your spouse here. Take care of things with your gifts. There's so much benefits. Even I'm seeing like growing food and more homegrown food, homemade food, like a healthier lifestyle. These are all parts of what you can offer. And I'm hearing like the betrayal template is what damaged that here as well here. So there's something like, it's even like charging your water with the healing medicine kind of idea, like all these kind of maybe I think you're more powerful than you realize, and the more you can step into alignment with this and start, like, it's like a muscle that you're building, right? So the more that you're believing in your own messages coming through from God, the more you're following through on action steps, the more you're speaking this into existence, the more you're not letting people wanting to challenge your beliefs affect you any longer. The more that this is going to continue expanding for you. And I'm hearing like with your health and with your healing journey here as well. So I think it's imperative to really step up and embrace all of your feminine qualities, being that divine feminine leader, and trust that you're not going to get the attacks any longer here for embodying that frequency any longer. I'm just being brought back to teenage years. It was a rejection template I'm hearing, but women always like hated me, and like I'd just be walking in public spaces and they just stare at me and it's just like I don't understand what it was even about, but it was a constant cycle of women. It seemed like envy or jealousy or something, like projecting with their eyes. And there was no reason for it. Like, these are complete strangers. It would just consistently for years, it would always happen till I healed it. I healed those layers and then it stopped happening. I'm hearing Jezebel spirit. But this is the kind of idea, is like, it feels like you've always been attacked, like with no rhyme or reason to it, and it's just like jealousy and envy. I think it's been projected onto you as well. And so this could be in high school, right? In elementary school, and just the consistent betrayal from other people, rejection from other people who don't even know you, right? That this could have been all the ways that, okay, well, I need to dim this down. I need to, not shine so bright, not, some hiding energy is the way it feels, which I 100% did. Yeah, it's rejection again. So this is the kind of concept I feel is like the the way people portrayed this onto you here. There's a new timeline coming in, and it's new directive from the Most High God. So you you might need to like recover depending on how this has played out for you in life, or maybe it hasn't been like that much. But just to get this all back and really integrate this within yourself. And I feel like you won't waver again, because you're not going to get attacked for this here. I'm singing a hummingbird medicine with this. And so the last card we have your action steps here. We have the Hangman card with the Hermit card. And then the last card is Runner. I don't want to run anymore here. So it's almost like I feel like the running, this projection, like I don't want to be with you. I'm going to run from you because I'm the feminine's triggering you. This kind of idea, I think, is where you're going to see this from a higher perspective of people essentially rejecting you, not wanting to be in a relationship with you here, thinking you're the problem, and you're not the problem, right? It's this whole system that's not wanting you to be successful and, cultivate your gifts and grow and evolve them. We just want to like destroy and keep it, keep your light out, right? So keep shining bright. And continue shining bright with fearlessly here, without being scared that you're unlovable, is what it feels like for these sorts of for who you are. Okay, this is who you are. Okay. And so for your counterpart this week, we have the Ace of Cups coming through. I'm hearing they're getting more of this same Gnostic wisdom in them, right? Understanding. I see your side of the story, and then the World card here. So there's something they've upgraded a lot. I see this as connected financially for them here as well. And I think they're seeing through their own understanding, through their own mind's eye, through their own connection to God, this feminine energy here, especially around relationships and emotions. And I think around women, I just see this culturally and ancestrally, that there's some bigger understanding about this because their own feminine energies are healing. And this is kind of what was coming up last week, is the portal that this control stuff would get into them here, and getting to the bottom of the emotional access point. So they're overcoming this with the World here, and it's going to help them bridge into this higher understanding about the feminine and their own feminine energy within them. And I feel like it's because they've only had like this distorted feminine energy in their family, in their upbringing, in relationships. It feels like a lifetime of just being under this spell that's breaking here. And it could really have been breaking with the full moon last week, and then the new moon's going to be next week. So this could be part of what's already been coming up here. It's a reversal. And it's also going to help them heal and help the bloodline heal. We have emotionally for them the Fool card, really, really, really good, with secrets, and then the Queen of Swords. So the temptress is being cleared out of them, is what I'm hearing. I haven't told you everything, so there's more information for them to come in, but this stuff had to clear out of the way first for them to receive the information. So they're ready to hear it, they're ready to listen, they're ready to see it here, rather than being triggered. Okay, it's the way it seems like. So I think what was in them, the spell that was in them here, is kind of what would trigger them to run and not listen, not receive, not be present even, is what it feels like. So now they're more grounded, they're more stable, they're more ready to receive the truth around this, not only in their own life, but in relationships, and I think in general with the divine feminine Christ. And so in their blocks, we have the 9 of Cups coming through with unworthy. You're a better person than I am. So this could be kind of the underlying trigger that they're getting independent of. Like, this is self-love, right? They're gonna, their own self-esteem, their own self-worth that's coming on board now. And I think this hasn't been able to cultivate properly in adulthood, because it's been fragmented. So this might be the first time in life they're ever have been able to get this level of recovery of their confidence and worthiness. And it feels like they can finally ground into their body and get more stable and be more present and calm. Is what it feels like. Calm and stable. So and this could have been where the balance was that we were processing through last week, where they are more balanced, they are more stable mentally and emotionally. They're more in their body and they're ready to receive the truth essentially here. And we have the Emperor coming through in the blocks as well. And this could be like the dominant, like superiority complex. Masculine's better than the feminine here, that they're getting independent of. I'm hearing it as like the dominant matrix system. So this is about them seeing through that veil this week to the real truth for both of you, right? So this could be conditioning as well, the way they were raised, but something with Sagittarius is helping this, is what I'm seeing. And then their action steps we have is the Temperance card coming through with hope. I haven't given up on us yet, and strength. So this is all getting into balance. The Temperance also speaks about that balance, right? And getting, I think, their power back in like masculine and feminine. There's a lion and lioness on this card. It's like a balanced, sovereign, masculine, feminine, equal partnerships. And with the Temperance card as well, I feel like this is a continuation of a new energy that's going to be coming in, a new opportunity with the Fool card here, a new beginning, a new emotional body, that they're ready to receive this union, ready to receive the divine feminine Christ essence, okay? And within themselves and outside of themselves with union with you. And the final outcome for this week for you two as a couple here, we have the Devil card. So this is third party. So the third party is the Devil, and then the Two of Cups. So you're deleting this core wounding, this programming here, this trauma, this devil that was constantly running the show here in marriages and relationships, and dividing the masculine and feminine internally and externally, keeping us separated, keeping us stuck in duality. Instead, it's about oneness, unity, right? Being the same balanced team match. So this is something internally for sure that the programming is what it feels like the most is being deleted on. So you two continue unifying together as the masculine and the feminine in oneness. So we'll continue on with this week's extended reading. We'll do more cards in the extended reading this week, and then do the shamanic God code to help clear, heal, align, activate, and attune all of the energies that are available to be receiving this week. And we'll definitely clear out that C point devil entity out of your union, so it's no longer a third party interference. It's just about the 3 to 1. We're going to go 3 to 1. Thank you very much for joining me here. God bless you, and have a very blessed week. Take care.